Hey Toku Faithful, time for another edition of Ask the Writer, the first one of 2023. New year, new questions. Like this one, for example, from a BV who asked, have you had any experience with building model kits? Curious to know since I saw you had the box for SMP Gal Hunter beside you on the table where you filmed previous Ask the Writer videos. Well, BV, yes, I've actually had some experience building model kits. This isn't my first, actually. I haven't started building Gal Hunter, but I have another one on my set, or my shelf over there, I should say. It's the Super Live Robo, or the combination of two SMPs, Live Boxer and Live Robo, from my favorite Sentai Live Man, which combined make Super Live Robo one of my favorites. I couldn't afford the real thing, so I'm probably going to have to settle for that, because I'll never get the real thing, because it's hella expensive. So yeah, I've built that. Going back all the way to the early 2000s when Gundam was shown on Toonami. I think it was Gundam Wing, my first one. And they showed commercials for model kits. And as soon as I saw those, I'm just like, they have models of these? I gotta freaking have these. So I was lucky enough to get a few whenever I got up to a Toys R Us. I think I had Epion, Wing Zero, a few others. I never did get my hands on Heavy Arms, which is my favorite from Gundam Wing, back then. I've recently gotten one a couple years back and was able to finally build my favorite, Heavy Arms. He's on my shelf, as you can see. Yeah, ever since the early 2000s, I've been building off and on. When the pandemic hit and I was cooped up like everyone else, I started ordering them on eBay. And since I had a lot of time to kill, I started building Gundams again. And, Mini-Pla. Of course, I mentioned Super Live Robo earlier. Recently, I got this workstation with the Earth Federation symbol on it. And it's blue, my favorite color. I got the nippers to go with it. These have made it really simple, and the station has made it really simple to build. Because recently I kind of it was bare bones. I don't go in for all the paints and the markers and stuff. I'm not that good, and besides, my hands are kind of shaky and they're not what they used to be, so more often than not, I would just mess it up. So I don't go in for all the fancy paint jobs and lining and all that, So this has made it a lot easier to build. Recently, I tried to build this thing, the Unit 1 from Gundam 83, which is my favorite Gundam series, and this is one of my favorite Gundams. If you're a fellow builder, don't get this. This kit's not very good. It's kind of old. It doesn't fit together very well. This one was very frustrating for me, and I kind of gave up on building it. So don't get this. However, there are some that I've built in the past that came out rather well. The Mark II Gundam from Zeta Gundam, the Titans version. I'm kind of in the minority here because I kind of like the dark colored Gundam over the good version, the white painted Gundam. I just think it looks cooler. The Titans version for me just looks cooler. And I have a few from Seed. I know that show is very divisive, but I like it. I like the designs of the Gundams. I have Ale Strike. And of course, if you've watched any of my past reviews, you know that I have Freedom Gundam. I have it on my shelf. It's been a part of my shelf ever since the beginning, I think. I've had that since I want to say 2010, and that was one of my favorites to build. It's kind of since falling apart on me, so I have to be very delicate with it. But yeah, I've had that for a long time, and I haven't gotten around to working on Gal Hunter yet, but I probably will after the Unit 1 was such a frustrating build. So yeah, I have a little bit of a backlog. I like building the 1/100s more than the little ones, the 1/144s. I mean, if it's a one I really like, I'd like to have the big version, not the little version. That's just my personal preference. Because I don't know, I think they just look better. I also have I have some little ones. I don't hate the. I'm not a snob. I like the little ones too. I also have the America Gundam over there on the shelf, and I have a Goof from 8th MS Team. I believe that's Norris Packard's Goof. That one they fight in the final episode. That thing is a beast. I love that one. It's got a badass Gatling gun. So I hope that answers your question, BV. I do like building model kits in my time. I'll probably show this off on my social media when I get around to building it. Anyway, if you have questions to ask, be sure to use the hashtag AskTheWriter in the comments below, and who knows, maybe I'll get to yours next. Until then, I'm Easy Rider reminding you that the fan sub will never die. Later. Happy building!